Morning, Your Honor.
Okay, this says use of cell phone. Ooh, I thought I dropped some literature on there. All right. So this was, you came to court the other day, you pled not guilty, here we are.
Yes.
This is the officer that issued the citation. What will happen, I'll swear both parties in, hear the testimony, and then I'll make a judgment. You'll both raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this case to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay. Officer goes first.
On May the 17th, around 2 o'clock, I was patrolling on my motorcycle, East Main. I was across from Foot Lion on my right lane going eastbound. And he was driving a green truck going in front of me on the left lane. I was just kind of probably on his blind spot, and I saw he was merging into my lane, and I speeded up a little bit, and I observed him using his cell phone with his right hand. So I proceeded to slow down. He went into East Main. I followed behind, and I put my blue lights. After I stopped him, I introduced myself, and he put his window down probably like maybe about 1 inch or 2 inch. He told me that he don't recognize me as a police officer, and he cussed me out. And of course I told him I need to have the driver license, insurance, registration. He pulled his driver license into the window, and I wrote him a ticket for using a cell phone.
Sir, any questions about his testimony, or you can tell me what happened?
Well, in his testimony just then, there was 3 things that he said was false. First thing was that I come out of my lane. I have a dash cam, proves that that didn't happen. Well, the second thing that he said that didn't happen was I only pulled my window down just a little bit. It was over halfway down.
Hello.
What's going on? It's down.
Can you put your window down?
It is down.
Okay, that's OfcZubieta from Gallatin PD. The reason to stop you, you was on your phone when you was driving. Can I see your driver license, insurance, registration?
Good for good. So there's no way that he could have seen a cell phone unless it was my mother-in-law's, because she was in the passenger seat. Also, my truck at the time, the window was the base of the window was 5 foot 2 inches, because it was kind of lifted. I just got rid of that truck, but it was a lifted truck, and he was on a motorcycle, so there's no way he could have seen me, because even on his video, he could barely see in my window from his dash cam, or from his body cam. The city charged me $79 to get his body cam. Excuse me. And it was completely redacted. I had to argue with them about them completely redacting everything, and they finally gave me the more unredacted, but he was calling on the radio that I was a sovereign citizen and all that stuff, and I guess because he was saying that I didn't recognize him as an officer, that never happened. I don't know why he was calling me a sovereign citizen, because I'm not. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I know the laws. I appreciate the laws. I served my country for 10 years. I don't know why he would make that part up. That's completely crazy to me. But
I do see you signed it under duress.
yes, he called 2 more officers out there. He called me a sovereign citizen and all that stuff. So, and I've also seen that in other videos where officers will arrest someone for not signing it. So they word "Are you not going to sign this?" And if you say anything other than "No, I'm going to sign it," then they'll arrest you.
You know a lot about all this stuff.
I do. I do. I've had problems with Sumner County sheriffs myself. I've never received any tickets from them, but I've had several incidents where no body cams were ever given to me, and I've been fighting for 7 years to get body cams from one incident. So now I'm more prepared. So I've learned the laws. I know the laws. I follow the laws. And I did lose my temper that day because of the entirety of the circumstance. I was pulled over for a cell phone that I didn't even have. My kids were extremely...
Did you tell the officer that you didn't have a cell phone with you when he pulled you over?
I don't believe I did, no. I complied. I pulled out all my stuff, but he kept demanding I roll my window all the way down when it was already halfway down. It was 85 degrees that day, and my kids were already grumpy. I have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and my mother-in-law, who's an asthmatic, she a lot of medical issues.
No, but I see both sides here too.
I do
You know,
too.
I mean,
I do too, Your Honor.
He did ask you to roll your window down.
No,
There's
he
a-
told me to.
Well, there's a safety feature there too.
I understand, but I had no tint on the window or anything.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, the safety, there was, I mean,
And I'm not there, so I don't
Right.
know. But, and I don't know what all happened, and I haven't seen anybody cam, I haven't seen, all I know is the testimony that I had just heard. But your testimony, I mean, I don't know why you're being pulled over and not getting a ticket. I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, if you get pulled over all the time and don't get a ticket,
no, every time I've ever been pulled over, I've gotten a ticket.
oh, I thought
With
you
Sumner
said you
County
were never
Sheriff's,
given a ticket.
Sumner County Sheriff's is different. I've had a couple incidents with them where I met someone at a gas station and they detained me for 35 minutes because I didn't want to give them my ID for nothing. Another incident was my father-in-law, who was a cancer victim, he'd wandered off, and I was looking for him. The sheriff's deputies tackled me because I have a concealed carry permit and I was carrying. They didn't ask me any questions. They just tackled me and went through my wallet and all that stuff. And I can't get the
I think people could live a lifetime and never any of that happened, but
I know.
that doesn't really
That's why I
have
try to be
anything-
prepared now, Your Honor.
All I have today is cell phone. You were charged with using a cell phone.
Right.
And that's what that is. And I've had a lot of these lately. So I did pull up the law just to make sure.
I have it printed as well, Your Honor.
All of that, because someone asked me yesterday, matter of fact, about the points. And I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3. And it's 3. 3 points that go on your driving record with the cell phone. And I liked this one because it really did describe what the violations were, you know, what they could cite you for. So that was good. It kind of gave me a little more knowledge too, so of that. But I hadn't looked at the docket today, and I'd forgotten yours was cell phone something. You know, this one might have been there and I missed one, but other than I learned something. So the officer's testimony was that he actually saw you with the phone in your hand. And your testimony is that you did not even have your cell phone with you that day.
No.
Did your mother-in-law have a cell phone?
Yes.
Or your children have a cell phone?
My mother-in-law had hers, and it was in the console. Right there in front of where he said at that red light in front of Hardee's, there's a big pothole there. I hit that pothole, and the groceries that she'd put in the truck in my, because I had a bench seat, and I had a console that folds down, so she'd put some drinks in between the seats there. And when I hit that pothole, the drinks shifted, and I leaned over to pick them up so they weren't going under my feet, and that was it. And he pulled me over.
And you never touched her cell phone?
No, her cell phone was plugged into my charger actually, and but she was messing with it. I mean, he may have, you know, from the angle, he may have thought I had it, but I don't even see how he could see in my truck from, I mean, he was on a motorcycle and my truck, you know, was very high. I'm not gonna lie, but, I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
I saw him with his cell phone on his hand. We make eye contact. That's one thing. The other thing, I don't know much about, but probably was about 1.5 inches. He was very, very aggressive. The other lady who was in the passenger side was just filming me. The reason I say sober citizen, because most of the time that's where they act. They never want to complain with what we say. And what made me think was because he told me, I don't recognize you as a police officer. I called for backup. He put his driver license to the window, and I said, I can see it, you know, I need to have it. He said, no, there's plenty. When I called for backup, he drove like halfway. He kind of calmed down. And
I wish I could show you the videos because that's entirely untrue. I mean, the window was halfway down when he came up to my window. And then after he
That
started,
first time?
yes, when he first came to my vehicle, rolled it down halfway because I didn't want to burn my children up in the back. There's no AC in the back, so all the vents are in the front. But when he started demanding I roll the window all the way down, that's when it kind of set me off a little bit. And I'm not going to lie, I have an attitude problem sometimes, and especially when I'm accused of something that is entirely untrue, I will defend myself. You know, like I said, I've already paid $80 to the city just to get the body cams, and they completely redacted them, everything. Finally, they did give me mostly unredacted, except for the return of my driver's license. So I was going to ask him did it say something on my driver's license about me being a sovereign citizen or something?
The reason I said that my owner was because when I approached him, one of the things came to my mind when he said, I don't recognize you as a police officer, and rolled his window but 5 by 8.5 inches. And now my body cam is just right here. It's not going to catch way down there. Well, the lady was in the passenger side. She was seeing the whole thing, everything, on her phone. Yes.
That's entirely untrue as well.
I need to have it.
She wasn't filming. I filmed with my body cam. She's a immigrant, and English is not her first language. She definitely didn't. She doesn't even know how to work her cell phone most of the time.
7312, around close, busy.
Right. I understand that. I mean, I've dealt with the Open Records Act myself. I can show you the video.
Probably gonna be a
I believe
supervisor.
this one is. No.
The video that you got on the body cam?
Yes. It will show when he first walked up how far my window was down.
I'll be right back.
Oh, wrong one. That's when I come to get the body cam footage. I mean, it's just, you know, he said a lot of things that are untrue. First one being that I didn't maintain my lane. I mean, this is from where I left Save-A-Lot.
I can hardly hear you.
And, well, you can hear my girls in the background and everything, but let me, oh, sorry. Let me get it to where I actually leave. My mother-in-law just got in. Okay, so I'm leaving Save-A-Lot. That's her phone.
Officer, you want to look? No. He's pulled out a saver. It's on pull out a saver.
Can you get to my location? We have a service citizen. Well, you need to give it to me. Okay. I can hardly hear you, sir. I can hardly hear you.
What do you need?
I need to have your driver license.
Right fucking there!
For me taking her to
Better
4
watch your
places that
mouth.
day, she bought me a 6-pack of
Okay.
Dr. Peppers and 7 minutes floorboard.
Send. I need to see it for the ticket. And you better watch your mouth. Why you put your window down and tell me that? What's your phone number, sir? Huh? You don't have one? All right. What year's your truck? I'm done with your deal.
I got it. David Nora Young, 010.
Alright. Can you sign this, please? Nothing. I just want to let you know what day is your court date. You gonna sign? You have any questions for me?
You have a body cam?
One right there.
Okay, it's gonna see this is 46. Bye-bye.
Alright, be careful, okay?
Yep,
Alright.